Hello YouTube, Duke of Freaks here with an updated video deck profile. My psychic deck. I've got extra deck, main deck. Don't really have a side deck for it yet. I'm working on it. It's not complete. I've got a few cards down in it, but I'd rather not show it right now. It's one of the things that I've been working on for a while now. Let's just get this started. 2 Overdrive Teleporters. This card cannot be special summoned when it's normal summoned once while it's face up on the field. Once while it's face up on the field. You can activate its effect by paying 2,000 life points to special summon 2 level 3 psychic type monsters from your deck. This guy runs. This is one of the key cards for this deck. I call it Tele-Drive Psychic something, I don't know. A single copy of Silent Psychic Wizard. I like this guy because if you're in trouble and you got like a T-King to bounce over, you just normal summon it. It's a 1900 beat stick. And when it's normal summoned, you banish a psychic type monster from your graveyard. And when this card is sent from the field to the grave, you special summon whatever you banished. It's just good. Just in case you want draw power with Esper Girl or something. Reinforced Human Psychic Borg. I only run one of him because he's really only good at one. You don't want him in your hand a lot. This guy is late game material here because once per turn you can banish 2 psychics from your grave and he gains 500 attack for each one. So you normal summon it, banish 2, he's automatically a 2500 beat stick. And he stays that way, it's permanent. Unless he's flip face down or sent away. So every single turn he becomes 1000 more attack. So 25, 35, 45, 55. Soon he could beat over anything. 3 copies of Hush Psychic Cleric. If you're not running this, then you're really not running a very good psychic deck. Because this thing right here saves your butt so much. When it's normal summoned, it's automatically switched to defense position. And once per turn, you can discard 1 card to take a psychic type monster from your grave and banish it. So this is also one of the key cards for the deck. I'll show you a little play when this is over. 3 Serene Psychic Witches. This card is great for special summoning, I have to say. When it's destroyed by either you or your opponent's card effect, you get to search through your deck for a monster with 2,000 or less, a psychic type monster with 2,000 or less attack, and you can special summon during the next standby phase. So if you have all 3 of these on the field and you dark hole, your opponent dark holes, a torrential goes off, something, a mirror force even, all 3 of these effects would activate because they're all mandatory, and you would get 3 monsters during the next standby phase straight from your deck. I love this card. It's any psychic with 2,000 or less attack. Now here is my favorite tuner in the deck, Esper Girl. She is your draw power. When she is special summoned from the remove from play zone, you banish the top card of your deck. So you just banish whatever's on the top card. Now when this card is sent from the field to the grave, you add whatever that was to your hand. So, I like it. It's great for Hush Psychic Cleric and all those cards like that. Plus it's a level 2 tuner. 3 Psychic Commanders. This card is so much better than Mental Seeker. I used to run Mental Seekers in this deck until I found 3 copies of this. Oh my god. Whenever a psychic type monster battles, you can decrease the monster that's getting attacked by 500 points. So you could just attack into this, pay 500, and it's like this guy's a 1900 beat stick. If you have all 3 of these on the field, it gets out of hand. It becomes like, you could easily make for 1500 life points, you could make all 3 of these 2900 attack for the turn. It's kind of nasty. Single copy of Destructitron. I don't really like MSTs, they seem to take up too much room in this deck. So I have 1 copy of this guy right here. You can pay 1,000 life points to pop a spell or trap on the field. So you normal summon it, and you just pay 1,000, pay 1,000, pay 1,000, 3k gone. This deck you gain life points pretty quickly with. It's definitely not bad. So the 3k, it doesn't really matter that much. You pop 3 opponents back row, and it... Oh, and the other part about this that I always forget, if you don't control a face-up psychic type monster, this guy's destroyed at the end phase. And then time for the non-psychic part. I run 2 Veiler, because, come on, it's Veiler. It's kind of become a staple these days. Single copy of Zangan. If you need me to explain what this does, I don't know if you should be watching this. And last but not least, a Gores. Just because Gores, it wins games. You have nothing, you just drop this and your opponent craps their pants. Okay, spells. 2 emergency teleports. This needs to be a 3. This needs to be at 7. This needs to be at 10. I want an entire deck of half of these. This thing right here, you get to special summon a level 3 or lower psychic type monster straight from your deck or hand. It's banished at the end phase if it's still face up on the field, but this thing right here is... oh my god, it saved me so many games. And it's helped pull off all the combos. This right here, it is monster destruction, but it's also spell and trap destruction. You get 1,000 damage taken to yourself, but if you control physical psychic type monster, you pop a card on the field. So it's literally just destroy a card for 1,000 life points. 2 dualities, because every single turn you're not going to be special summoning. There is a lot of setting up with this deck, just like with other decks. So duality tends to work pretty good. Never at 3, just at 2. Maybe at 1 if I really get desperate, but yeah. 1 Miracle Synchro Fusion for the single ultimate Axon Kicker. I'll talk about him later. If I remember, anyway. I hope I'll remember. Book of Moon. Gotta run Moon in this deck. It just helps with monster protection. Monster Reborn, staple. Heavy Storm, staple. Dark Hole, staple. And I run 2 of these. Psychic Overload. It's kind of like a mini Pot of Everest just for psychics. You return any 3 psychics from your grave to your deck and draw 2. So it definitely helps when you pitched out a lot for a Psychic Cleric and you want to get some back. Dual Bottomless. This saved my life so many times. Now that Prio's pretty much gone, some of this stuff becomes so easy. 2 copies of Torrential Tribute. Set 2, I love it. Torrential, you know what that does. And then a Mirror Force and a Judgment. I don't think I need to explain any of those. So yeah, that was the entire main deck. Let me just go through the extra deck real fast, and I'll get to some of the combos. I run a single copy of the Mizurhythm String Division. When you declare an attack against an opponent's monster, you can ditch a material to make this guy into a 3k beat stick. So you can pretty much beat over anything. But he's 15 without it. So on your opponent's turn he's 15, but on your turn it's 3k. It's great for just pushing. I would have a Leviair in this deck, and I'd drop this guy for a Leviair, but I don't have a Leviair right now. Catastor. It battles a non-dark monster. It's automatically destroyed before damage calculation. I love this guy. It's easy to make. You just bash over things. Helpful. Beast and Barkion. It's hilarious when you get both these out in one turn. I'll show you how to do that. A Gaia Knight. Force of Earth. It's just good 2600 beat stick just in case you need to get over things. Brionic, just return everything. You usually have heavy hand in this one. Landoids for those monster effects that can be quite a complaint. Stardust Dragon. Red Dragon Archfiend. I rarely go for this, but when I do, it usually blows things up. 2 androids. Because if you get 2 of these things on the field, you're gaining 2400 life points at every end phase. It's great. And that's not even counting all the other ones that you have, psychics you have on the field. Psychic Nightmare. You can pick a card from your opponent's hand and call it spell, trap, magic, monster. And if he gets right, this card gains 1000 attack. So he, instead of becoming 2400, he's 34. That's pretty much all he is, really. I'm dropping him for something else. I forgot what. 1 Thought Ruler Archfiend. I enjoy Thought Ruler with a passion. He's one of my favorite cards. I love how his ultimate looks. It's just gorgeous. Don't need to explain him. Overmind Archfiend, a key card in this deck. Because if you get this on the field, you're pretty much good with a lot of things. You can keep getting him back over and over again. It's great. And then the ultimate Axon Kicker. Let's see. I'll read this word for word for you guys. This monster can only be special summoned by fusion summon. This card cannot be destroyed by card effects. During battle between this card and a defensive card, inflict piercing damage. If this card destroys a monster and sends it to the graveyard by battle, you gain life points equal to destroyed monster's attack. I enjoy this card. You attack, they mirror force nothing. You just bash over things. Okay. I'm going to show you what I like to do in this deck. If you have this thing right here, and this guy right here, and one of, sorry, I'm looking, these in your hand, you're pretty much good for something really explosive. So you go emergency teleport, straight into your cleric, you ditch your commander to banish it, you tribute your cleric to bring out your overdrive, you special summon this because this card was sent from the field to the grave. Then you activate Overdrive's effect, pay 2k life points, special summon 2 level 3 Lord Psychics from your deck, and then you discard 2 cards to just banish, why not, 2 random cards, there you go. Those are banished. That wasn't actually that bad. It was a good random grab. Synchro 9. Overmind Archfiend. Special summon. Special summon. Banish the top card of your deck. Right there. And then, just because you can, you could either Synchro 5 again, or Synchro 8, which is what I normally do. Straight into a Stardust Dragon for your protection. And you draw whatever this is. Okay. And that would actually be really amazing, because you've got all of these targets in your grave to use that with. And then, with this card's effect, you literally just keep in the grave, you keep banishing all the cards that you use to create him. And if you get lucky and it stays in the field long enough, you've got 2 Hush Psychic Clerics, and an Esper Girl, and a Commander banished with his effect. If you get lucky. 4 turns, that's all it takes. Then if your opponent was somehow managed to destroy both of these, you special summon all 4 of these, because that's what Overmind Archfiend's effect does. Once per turn, you can banish 1 Psychic type monster from your grave. And when this card is sent from the field to the grave, you special summon as many of those cards as possible with this card's effect. Okay, and let's just say you've got some cards in your hand. Okay, these 4 cards are in your hand. Just start discarding things. Discard, you can banish Overmind, and let's just say you banish, oh god, where is it? Commander. So now you've got a Commander, and your Overmind banished again. Then you can Synchro right here. Synchro that straight into Beast. Special summon Commander. Synchro these 2. Oh, I'm in Barkion. Straight into Beast. And you get your Overmind on the field. So now this is what your field looks like. That's kind of scary when you have Barkion, Beast, Overmind. Overmind, which is a 3,300 attack monster. Run over anything. And you've got your Commander, which will just make stuff 500 less anyway. That's what I like doing with this deck. That was just one little example, and the video is kind of running a little long. Sorry, that was my foot. It's my laptop. It's from like 5 or 6 years ago. It works like a beast, though. I take good care of it. But yeah, that's my Psychic deck profile. There's a lot more you could do with this deck, but that was just one of my favorite combos that I use. I just thought I'd share it with the world. And I will let you guys all live with your lives right now. Go have fun, y'all. I'll talk to you later. Bye.